Cotton Bros are in the chat. They're the reason my wallet ain't fat. I love my subs, my fans, and the rest. We all know G1 is the best. They call me Patriot Prime, showing what's new. Transformers reviews with a heartfelt view. Adding stickers, bringing life to dreams. In this small town, nothing's as it seems.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Patriot Prime here once again with my first live stream in months. And I am honored to have Captain Kyle from the channel Toy Spotlight with me tonight. Captain Kyle, how are you doing this evening, sir?
I'm doing fine, recovering from last evening's live chat, which was on my channel.
We were live on Captain Kyle's channel last night talking about our favorite top 10 Autobot Blokees figures. And tonight, since I'm wearing my Decepticon shirt, we're talking about the top 10 favorite Blokees Decepticon figures. They're all set out. They're ready to go. And to make this even more interesting, neither one of us knows what the other one has chosen. And it's top 10, so it's going to be 5 that I pick and 5 that Captain Kyle picks. So that's what we're doing. At least that's the plan. And then, of course, we'll go derail however it may be.
I see Luke's in the chat. Hello, Luke. He is one of my toy hunters, one of my members.
He subscribed to me last night. So, Luke, I hope you have got a chance to watch some of what I have to offer.
Just, don't be spreading too much of your membership money around.
Hey, Quentin, I put up a new Blokees video today, and I know I must have got it all perfect to your qualifications.
Promises not to criticize today. Yeah, we're not going to hold you to that promise.
That's impossible for a YouTube commenter to not criticize. Oh, I forgot I can do this now. Yeah, we can pull up those comments. Now everybody can see it.
Well, I think you have the power. I don't, because
I have the power. Yes, I used to do live streams so much, and then I don't know why I got out of it. I had such a good time talking to fellow YouTubers, talking to different guests, and then I guess summer came along. It was spring and summer, and I just fell out of it. But I'm hoping to bring it back. That's Luke saying, I predict an all Megatron lineup. No.
Yeah, I would not be surprised, though, if there were some Megatrons in there. But
there's a lot of Megatrons. If you, I love my Megatrons. Been a Megatron fan since forever. That was one of my biggest, one of the many, many complaints with Bayverse is they so underused Megatron. How do you take the leader of the Decepticons and barely use him in any of the movies? And when you do use him in the movie, you make him a bitch.
You disappoint me again, Starscream.
Exactly. So before we get to talking about Blokees, we do want to mention that we will both be at TFCon at Chicago, October 24th through the 26th. I can never remember that ending date because I'll actually be there a while longer. We're going in, I think, Thursday. So we'll be there Thursday night, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we're leaving either Monday or Tuesday. I'm not sure.
Well, you are. I'll be flying in on Friday, out on Sunday.
You're out. Yeah, well, we're driving. I'm riding. I'm going to be probably sleeping. If I post any vids of I will tear you apart.
I was going to say, I actually appreciate when people point out if I make errors or point out things that I forgot because, I'm human. I'm pretty sure you are too. In our interactions, you've appeared to be human.
Now, I did appreciate when I did my Studio Series Devastator assembly video. Now, I'll admit, I was assembling it for the first time on camera. And a lot of people pointed out that the treads on Bone Crusher and Scavenger, there's actually a little locking mechanism that pops up that locks them together. And I still haven't figured that out because I haven't went back and looked at the instructions. But one tread, I've got the piece popped out, and I can't figure out how to pop it out of the other. But I will learn.
We all get to learn. Oh,
hey, there's Deluxe.
Greetings, Deluxe. I was on his channel not that long ago, and I'm probably going to be doing some kind of celebration when I reach 20,000. So I'll probably get a few YouTubers, possibly Patriot Prime again, possibly Deluxe, maybe Another one yet to be determined.
Well, I figure we'll probably be doing a lot of lives soon. I haven't even thought about, I haven't mentioned it to Deluxe yet, but I would like to get Deluxe on here, Treebot, some of the ones I know we are going to Chicago to kind of hype us up. Yeah, we got to be our own hype man for our channel.
Yeah, and
a
Luke,
long time ago.
don't speak for us because I will charge for selfies. Oh. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
And we are open for, hey, can I get you a drink?
No, I don't ever charge for selfies, but I was at Terrificon hanging out with a friend of mine, and she was like, and we were right. Michael Cudlitz was standing right there. He was ordering from Johnny Rockets, and we had just ordered our shakes, and she's like, "Oh, we need to get our regular con selfie." I said, "Oh yeah, absolutely, we can pose." And I'm like, "That'll be $40." And I saw Cudlitz just just give. It's
always nice when you can grab them out in the hallway or something, and they're more than happy to take a selfie without charging you.
Moderate panels. You can also get selfies without charge because you just moderated them.
So
Haley Atwell, I got a picture with Haley Atwell for free after moderating her panel.
I tell you, after watching her in Bumblebee movie and then seeing her on Sinners, I'm like,
Haley Atwell? I think you're thinking the other.
I'm thinking
Haley Atwell.
I'm thinking Haley Steinfeld. My bad.
Yeah.
Rewind.
Haley Atwell was from Captain America: First Avenger.
Right. I know who it is now. I just
have
my Haley's mixed up.
So many Haleys.
Going back to autographs and pictures, has anybody ever come up to you wanting your picture autographed at a con?
Pictures, yes. Picture, not autograph. Well, okay, autograph. I have to say yes. Weird situation because a kid came up to me. He had bought a loose pterosaur, and the voice actor was there. And this was at TFCon Baltimore, and the voice actor was there, but he didn't have enough money to get an autograph from that particular voice actor. So he came up to me and asked me to sign his pterosaur. And I'm like, I don't even do a good pterosaur impression, but if you want me to, and I signed it. So I've been asked for autographs, lots of pictures. Had one guy say, "Hey, can we get a selfie?" And I'm like, "Sure," right after we get out of the bathroom.
The coolest thing that happened to us was at TFCon Chicago. I'm trying to find a picture. I got to go through 2 years of pictures here. Is Rodimus Deluxe, Bert, Ghost Prime, myself, Kato. There was a bunch of us. We're all eating breakfast. And we looked over and we saw this dad and his kid just staring at us and pointing. And the kid's holding something. And he never came, he never interrupted us while we were eating. And then as we got up and started going away, they came up. And we were always doing these chats before TFCon Florida where all of us would be in the chat, be like 10 of us. And what this little boy did was he took a screenshot of that chat. So all of us are on there. We look like the Hollywood Squares. So he printed that off and was tracking us down to get us to autograph that piece of paper for him.
That's really cool.
That was so cool. But yeah, it is weird when people come up, "Hey man, can I get your autograph?" Because I'm like, how do I sign this? Do you want it my real name or do you want Patriot Prime? So I believe it was TFCon. Yeah, Orlando actually came up with a Patriot Prime signature, just in case that happens again.
Well, I put Captain Kyle generally, so
considering I have a sloppy signature anyway.
Yeah, so
I don't think I'm gonna find this picture. Oh wait. No, that's all the TFCon Baltimore. Oh, there's you. So we always run into each other at cons. Let me see if I can get my share screen up.
There we go. Yep. And you know what's weird? That shirt I'm wearing, which you can't really see, but it's a very anime-ish version of King Starscream. At that con, I ran into the artist who actually made that shirt. So that was really cool. I forget her name offhand, but I did a shout out in the video. But we're always running into each other. BotCon is another one
2019.
where. What's that?
I said since 2019. That was the first time we ran into each other.
Yep, in person. Like I said last night, we had talked to each other online and did a live stream together before I actually launched the channel. It was like I had gotten the name, but I hadn't actually posted my first video on it. And yeah, and you helped me get a few subscribers, to start out with. And so that was very nice of you. And I remember Bert. I don't know if I met you, Ali. I don't know what you look like, but I hope we met you. I met you there. But Bert, the stormtrooper, great guy, reached out to me because I think he had like 20,000. He had more subscribers than me because I was just starting out. And he's like, hey, I see you're starting out. I figured I would, help you out, give you some advice. And I'm like, oh, that's great. That's great. But this isn't my first channel. And I showed him my channel, which had like 50,000 subs. And he's like, okay, you're good. You're good.
There it is.
That's cool. That is very cool. Did he get everybody? Do you know?
He actually tracked down everybody. I think the hardest person he had to track down was Kato. So we helped him. We found Kato and kind of pulled Kato along until we found the boy so we could get Kato to sign his picture. That
is really neat. Yeah, but even at BotCon, I ran into some people. A lot of them just say thank you. I was just at RetroCon, which I'm trying to get you to come to next year. And someone came up to me and said, I want to thank you so much for the review you did on this particular toy. I forgot which toy it was. Because I was debating about getting it, and I watched your review, and that convinced me, and I got it, and I love it. So I was like, that's the whole reason for this, is to share our love for Transformers with all you guys out there.
It's a grown-up show and tell. That's that's the way I look at it. It gives me more of an opportunity, because before I started doing YouTube, I'd buy a figure, mess with it for a bit, on the shelf it goes, never touch it again. Now, thanks to YouTube, I buy a figure, mess with it a little bit, film it, put it on the shelf, and never touch it again.
Yeah.
So I had an extra step.
Yeah, I have so many figures I'm looking at right now throughout this room, because I have in my studio along the walls in the back there, I have shelves and shelves of Transformers. You can't see it. I would have to turn the camera, and I'm not doing that because this place is a mess.
That's my whole, what everybody sees in the background is organized and beautiful. Chaos right here.
Yep. And on the floor behind me, I've got empty boxes from Transformers that I basically tossed aside when I was reviewing them, and piles of Transformers that I haven't put back on the shelves. I'm reorganizing, so I don't even know where I'm going to put them. So, yeah, but I'm looking at all these things that I haven't touched in so long. And I wish I had time to play with my toys. That is the goal, to grow, to make enough money that we don't need day jobs anymore, and we can play with Transformers and do more videos.
At my age, I do not see that happening unless some kind of a miracle would happen to happen.
It can happen.
Now, I was kind of debating on, because you know how you kind of run out of the new figures, is my first videos that I ever filmed for this channel are horrible. If you ever watch your older stuff, you're like, ugh, how did I even get one subscriber? So I thought about maybe going back and revisiting some of my older reviews. But anyway, we've been on here for 15 minutes already. Let's talk about some Blokees figures.
Yeah, though Luke says 50 cats. For me to have 50 cats, no, that's a bit much. I have 4 right now, and I may have a friend move into one of my extra bedrooms, and we'll bring 2 more, so I'll be up to 6 again. So
got a freaking cat house. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just don't make the money of most cat houses. Oh, never mind.
Got a beep.
And Fawnheart met you in Orlando. That is very cool.
That's right. I remember. Orlando was such a good time and great weather. All right, well, let's get into some blockies. And since you're my guest tonight, why don't you kick us off as we go
All
over?
right.
Now, the blockies we're going over are the Galaxy version figures. So there's that wide range of different blockies figures. These, we're just doing the Galaxy version.
Yep. And
Yep.
mine.
Cheat sheet.
So yesterday, like 10 minutes before the live stream, Jason tells me, "Oh yeah, and I know which waves they all come from," and I'm like, "Shit, I don't." So I'm scrambling to find out which waves. This time I know this is actually from Wave 2, and all the blockies have great posability, but this is one of my favorite characters, and it's actually kind of a cheat because it's two characters actually represented in this one blocky because it is Starscream, and in his hand is Megatron. So, and it was amazing that they waited to Wave 2, because if you notice, whenever they put out non-transforming like little figurines and stuff, it's always Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, Starscream, and sometimes like Soundwave and Grimlock. Those are, but they didn't like pull out those figures. Like Bumblebee was not in Wave 1. It was, nor was Starscream. So I was like, but I was glad to get him and glad that he had a Megatron. So I'm cheating. This is 1, but it's 2. So it's going to be my top 6. So, and again, from the moment I walked into this little thing called, I think, Time Lapse, one of the toy stores here in South Jersey, that basically they have a lot of vintage stuff, including some Transformers, and he had some blockies, and that's where I got my first 3, and then I just bought cases from then on. So my first is Starscream, Lord of the Firmament.
Well,
Shut up,
sticking
Starscream.
with the Seekers, mine comes from Galaxy version 6, and I picked Dirge. Dirge is my favorite Conehead, and I think they did such a really good job with him. I love the gold sheen on the wings. They got the Conehead, the face looking perfect. I like all the different articulation with the little wings on the back. So, and it's pretty cool because you remember the original G1 Dirge just had the one wing all the way up, but when we get back on camera, Blocky separated it, so you can still got your range of motion with the dual wing look. So that's mine. Good old Dirge.
And that's one of mine too. So, yeah, I will have to find a substitute if I can, really quick.
So like I said, we don't know what each other picked, and we thought, what's the chances? And I think what did we figure out? There's 80-some
80.
Galaxy version Blockies figures. What's the chances of us picking the same ones? And chances are pretty good.
Well, because yeah. So I'll go with from Series A. I'll go with. I love Shrapnel. He can shoot lightning, and yeah, and he's got the new joints. I mean, he can bend his legs even further with these new joints. So
yeah, if you collect Blockies and haven't got any of their newer sets, the first sets, remember you had those little 2 pieces that you had to push together to make those joints and killed your fingers? Not anymore. The joints are already built, and they have different joints now for the elbows and the knees.
And that was just in Series
7 and 8, right?
I don't think 7. I think it was just
Well, I
8.
think 7 already had the joints built. It was
Yes,
8.
yes.
8 has the new knee joints.
Yes, and this comes with a little bombshell, so another bonus. See, I'm cheating all over the place. So, but
I guess I'm cheating on one here after a while.
So yes, definitely like the Shrapnel. A little heavy on the electrons.
All right. Well, next up for me is one of my all-time favorite characters. Love to see him in Blockies. Is Nemesis Prime. I love this guy, and they did such a good job with him with the collar scheme. He came with the big red sword. He's got those giant wrist guns, and he just looks badass. I love this figure. I've always been a big Nemesis Prime fan, It's something about the alternate versions of heroes that I always think is kind of cool. And even though Shattered Glass Prime is pretty much the same way, hey, there's a cat butthole.
Yep, this is Honor, who is honored to show you her ass. Yeah, I do enjoy the Nemesis Primes and the Shattered Glass Prime. I had the original Shattered Glass from BotCon and sold it during the Great Purge. I sold the whole set. And
was Armada the first Nemesis Prime?
No, the first. Well, no, wait, Nemesis Prime. Well, it depends. What do you consider? I mean, do you consider Scourge kind of Nemesis Prime?
Scourge. Nemesis Prime is Nemesis Prime.
I think the first Nemesis Prime may have been in Armada then. The deluxe size. I think you are right about that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Armada one was the first one, and it was the deluxe size. They never did the big trailer one in Armada. So you seem to be frozen again. I see you going like this. Or am I frozen? Okay.
All right, here we are.
You
See,
keep
my biggest problem with streaming anymore is I have got a kid that does online gaming on his computer, and I have a wife downstairs streaming HBO Max. And I got me up here streaming. I'm gonna cut off all these other pages I have open too, see if that helps. So anyway, where are we? You were talking about Nemesis Prime and Armada.
Yeah, I think you're right. He might have been the first one to actually be called Nemesis Prime. And I was saying he was the deluxe figure. They didn't make a big one. He was the deluxe Armada.
He was the repaint of Bendy Prime, right?
Bendy Prime. he was a repaint of Armada Prime in the deluxe size.
Right. They always I've heard he was Bendy Prime because he had so much articulation and he could move the switch on his back and he'd move his arms.
And he also had a minicon that became a jet and a gun, which was kind of cool.
All right, who's up? You're up.
I'm up. Okay, so this is from Series 4, and I was not really that familiar with this character because he was apparently in the comics. I did see him in Cyberverse, but it is Tarn. I really thought he was a really cool figure overall. The fact that he's got the Decepticon symbol as his face is kind of cool. Yeah, you guys called him Bendy Prime. I did not disrespect him that way. And yeah, he's even got, the guns on the back that turn around. And I just love the double tread. And he's a great representation of Tarn. And I don't know if you've watched Cyberverse. It was supposedly more kid-oriented, but they actually had some pretty wild episodes. And Tarn in Cyberverse ended up being quite the plotter. He would make Starscream proud.
What was that on? Was that an online thing?
I forget what channel it was originally on. I actually watched it. It was weird. I found on one streaming service they had seasons 3 and 4, and then I had to go to another streaming service to find seasons 1 and 2, which were only like 10-minute episodes. So it was interesting. I do have one case of Shining Blokees that I need to assemble and review. I wonder if Tarn is in there because Fwanhart saying there's Shining series Tarn. So and it has the unmasked head, which I guess is Skullish.
I haven't gotten into the Shining version yet. I'm pretty much the Galaxy version and the little Defenders. I was like, I'm in this rabbit hole. I don't want to go too much deeper. All right, Blokees Tarn made me go out and buy the actual figure. I liked him so much.
Yeah, and the actual figure from Legacy is really cool. And then they did that pretty cool repaint, making him into Bludgeon.
Did you see where Non-F Productions has the kit that makes the Tarn Bludgeon look more like G1 Bludgeon?
I did not see that.
Bear with me.
I am bearing. Batting 3, 4, 2, Mark 7. Oh, nice. Nice.
They gave him the shoulder pads. He's got the turret with the purple gun. He's got the waist and the whole hip skirt area. Now, if they could just give him a decent skull face instead of the robotic skull, I'd be happy. But I like how that really makes him look like a different figure.
Yeah. Though I have to say, some of the remolding on some of the figures that Hasbro has been doing, like when you look at, I think it's Chase from the Rescue Bots, and then they repainted him into Prime Cliff Jumper. They don't really look like they're the same character. They don't look like the same mold. They look different enough that you're like, oh, cool. And then when you look close, I think it's partially the coloration. Did you get another add-on kit?
No, I'm just going to bring up something. I just did a review on this figure right before we started, but I love the comparison between these two. Night and day
Absolutely.
difference. New face sculpt. He's got a hand. So look for that review tomorrow. See, now my desk is getting cluttered. I got Bludgeon. I got these guys.
This is one of the, I'm going to be doing another repaints, but I don't know if you have this version. This is actually Prowl. He was, I think he might have been a Sam's Club exclusive or something.
He looks like he's been out in the sun.
He might have been. No, actually, it's just he's got some gold in the front there. You can see the white is on top.
Also, that's the original Armada toy from Sam's.
Yes, this is the, this is a repaint of the original Red Alert. And he will be included in my next repaints video.
Cool.
I also have a red version, like totally red. I don't know if I still have the Power Links version of Red Alert, but if I have that, I'll throw that in there. Because sometimes it's nice to say, here's a repaint. It's based on this repaint, which is based on this repaint, which is... So there's a lot of repaints.
Thank you so much, awesome Optimus Prime. These things, you know, our live streams have a theme, but we rarely stick to it, or it takes a while to get going.
or you know, at the end, we just go in any direction possible. We were talking about...
I love that train derailing.
Yeah, we talked about celebrities yesterday and their guarantees and how that all works. And
all right,
if you have questions about cons, I'm your guy.
I think... Yeah, Deluxe says he was part of a 2-pack exclusive. Deluxe would know. He's like your walking Transformers Wikipedia, TF Wiki.
Yes, I forget who he came with. Do you remember who he came with? Because I know
Deluxe. Who did he come with?
Who did he come with? Who did he come with? Well, who was he dating at the time? Ooh, sorry.
Who's up? I think you're up.
Okay, what did you show last?
Nemesis Prime.
Okay, so all right, so you have 2 left. I have 2 left.
Then I'm next because you showed Tarn. Nemesis.
I showed Tarn.
See, we're getting confused. So my next one is from Galaxy version 8, the newest Galaxy version. One of my other favorite Decepticon figures and favorite triple changer, Blitzwing. I thought they did a great job with Blitzwing. He came with his gun. He came with his sword. And you picked Blitzwing too, didn't you?
I did. I'm looking for an alternative. Because, this is... and you can tell the difference in our lighting because mine looks more purple. Yours looks more blue on the screen.
Well, I got my light turned to more of a tannish color so I don't look so pale. But anyway, it really amazed me with the details, especially with the treads there on the back and everything.
I'll be your Vanna.
Did yours have a really hard wing that was hard to get in there and attach? I had one that just kept popping out, but I had to force that sucker in like he owed me money, and he finally popped into place.
No, I actually do not recall having any issues with his wings. It's all you.
Well, somebody on my channel said they had an issue too, commented. But yeah, I thought they did a great job with Blitzwing. He's one of the newer figures with those new knees and the new waist. So yeah, they got a nice ab crunch now. So Blokee's getting better and better with their figures.
And don't forget, his wings go back.
Oh yeah. So that's pretty cool how the tank treads are on the wings that can move. And see that wing popped off. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
What happened?
The wing popped off.
Oh.
I got that one. I don't want to go in there.
No Astro Train yet. Yeah,
There we go. He's safe.
I mean, I can show one that's not technically a Decepticon.
Well, since I ruined your Blitzwing, show away.
We got from Wave 8, we've got something that is not technically a Decepticon because he is a Sharkticon.
Well,
and they just call him
he was a Decepticon. The toy.
What? The toy was.
Yeah.
But what I actually like with the Studio Series, how they did not put the Decepticon symbol on him because he's actually a minion of the Quintessons. So, though I really did enjoy, I think it was in the Dreamwave comic. They had this thing where Hot Rod had found this Sharkticon just wandering in the landscape of Cybertron.
I think so.
And kind of adopted him and named him Gnaw. And it was very cool. No Astro Train yet.
Yeah, Blitzwing's the first.
And I do have to, Quentin Rom says he likes my Grimlock shirt. Me, Grimlock, no like you. Yeah. There's a reason for that because I meant to do it earlier, but I have to shoot a video on this guy, who is an oversized knockoff of this guy, which is the Masterpiece Grimlock.
What's the weight difference? I mean, is the KO's got some good heft to it? Them KOs are pretty impressive anymore.
Yeah, a lot of the KOs. It's definitely heavier. I'd say it probably has about the same amount of die cast, and he just dropped his sword. I'm sorry, they have a pill for that. Yeah, and it has a switch in the back of his head that actually changes his eye color. I don't know if you have a Masterpiece one, but you can change his
back in the day when he first came out, and I sold him.
But I put in I'm not sure if it's because they're not good batteries or if they're or if it's just the electronics don't work on the new one. But on the old one, I can light up the sword. It's got a light. It's kind of hard to see with the bright lights, but it is turning a little red. But unfortunately, it has a switch. It has a battery compartment, but either my batteries are dead or the electronics don't work on the new one. So, but yeah, it's I've had that for so many years. It's amazing that they're coming out with a KO.
Yeah, it came out.
But anyway,
I think I bought mine at Toys R Us back before they.
I think that's where I got mine too. I think my Optimus, I got the Takara one, but yeah. So that is my substitute, Noah. So you can go on with your next one.
Okay, so now we're getting into chase figures. One of the funnest thing about Blokees, and disappointing when you get a case and you don't get a chase. But I lucked out and got the chase from Galaxy version 4. I got Chase Shockwave. Frickin'. Did you get
not only did I choose Shockwave, but it is also the chase.
Maybe we need to plan these out a little better. But it's so cool. I mean, he's got the translucent gun arm. He's got a translucent hand. I think he had a translucent hand or the metallic purple. I chose purple. And then he comes with a little Shockwave so he can play with himself. And He's got the rubber hose. and I love the chest detailing. But yeah, an awesome looking figure, especially when you get the nice metallic chase.
You know, I've went and grabbed a Megatron for, just in case, because, yeah. I'm looking around.
Thank goodness we didn't do 10 each.
Yeah, there would have been a lot more. I'm trying to see if I have any Blokees Decepticons near me. A lot of them are in the other room, so maybe I'll grab Nemesis Prime. Oh, wait. Damn. Well, I guess...
There we go. Great minds. Great minds think alike, and so do ours.
Yes. I don't know that we're absolutely great minds, but I'll just...
22 people in the chat now. Thank you.
I'll just show the Defender version of little Shockwave.
My Shockwave's bigger than yours.
I think I'll call him Mini-Me. And give me 1 million
Kind of like what a small wave's called. You can call him Shock Ripple.
There you go. Yeah. Anyway, so there you have our Blokees.
Not yet. I haven't picked my number 1.
Wait. Oh. So wait.
Yep.
So yeah, I was supposed to go, but you preempted me, and now yes, you have your last
we both
one.
should have 1 left.
No, because you preempted my Shockwave because you were Shockwave, and I was going to do Shockwave, and then you were going to do your last one. So now it says your last one.
Okay. Anyway, my last one that I hope you don't have. I was super duper excited to get this one. This was from Galaxy version 3, Chase Soundwave.
I mean, that was not one of my picks, and I'm not sure if I did. Only the Chase one come with Laserbeak?
I think so, because Laserbeak is done up metallic too. You know, all the Shockwaves metallic. I can't remember if I open him up. He does have some nice paint applications in there showing the Rumble, the blue one, in his chest.
I mean, I have it. It's just not on the table.
But yeah, I was so thrilled to get that. When I started collecting Blokees, I mean, I got the Chase Optimus Prime from 1. I got Chase Shockwave from 4. Chase Soundwave from 3. Then I got the Chase IDW Prime that we went over last night. And I was like on a roll with chases. And then it just stopped. I haven't seen a chase since. But yeah, there's Soundwave. He's even got the little rocket pod that can go up and down. And yeah, love him. Absolutely love him.
Yeah, so that is it for Blokees. So yes, Laserbeak only came with the Chase. So I do have the Chase one. Mediocre YouTubers think alike. I think you are being very insulting to mediocre YouTubers. Because we are not at that level. We are... Yeah, so I had to throw in some substitutions because, yeah, when it comes to Decepticons, I'm surprised you didn't choose Tarn.
Well, I thought about it, but as cool as I think he is, I never read the comics and I don't know that much about him. So for me, a lot of this was nostalgia and my favorite figures, toy-wise, and from the cartoon.
Yeah.
So now we're done with our Blokees. Let's just open up the chat for Q&A. Let's talk bots or talk anything else. Hit us. Let's run this till about, what was it, 9:39? Let's run this till about 10 o'clock.
Yeah, so we'll open it up for questions from the floor.
Who here's going to TFCon Chicago? Anybody? Other than Deluxe? I know Deluxe is going.
Al, Quinn Rum had a question. Do you prefer your bots to be left or right-handed? And I find that a lot of times for the Autobots, I make them right-handed with the gun. Sometimes with the Decepticons, I'm more inclined to make them the left hand of darkness. But and in some cases, if they have 2 weapons, like this guy, I have to give him both hands. But I do enjoy putting these alternative hands, like on Tarn, I used, since he doesn't actually have any weapons, he looks like he's coming in for a hug, but I used the alternate hands instead of the fists.
Yes, they are. The
I
40th anniversary of the movie will be next year.
Yeah. In fact, I think it was in September that the cartoon came out.
It did.
Of 1984. So, and it was Sundays only for a while before it started. I'm pretty sure it was like a Sundays every Sunday for a while, and then it ended. More Than Meets the Eye ended with them saying, "We're going to all go back to Cybertron. We've rebuilt the ship. We're going to all go back and visit Cybertron." And then the next episode, they just ignored that completely, and it was like they're shooting rock formations that look like Decepticons.
Outside of the G1 cartoon, what's your favorite iteration of the Transformers? For me, it's Marvel Comics, Marvel G1. I lived in bumfucked Egypt, West Virginia, where I didn't get to see the cartoon. So the Marvel Comics series was my Generation 1 stories. I didn't even get to see Transformers the movie in the theater. I experienced it with the Marvel comic adaptation. I didn't watch Transformers the movie until it came out on VHS. So for me, and Marvel had all the characters. That's probably why I love the Pretenders so much, because they were a big influence in Marvel Comics.
I'm not going to disagree. My introduction, actually, I had watched the cartoon, and my first issue of the Marvel comic, I believe, was the episode. I think it had something like a used car lot on it. It was basically Blaster was teamed with the Throttlebots, and in the first page they were being chased by Vortex. And I picked that up, and then I went and got all the previous issues, and then of course continued to get those. But I have to say, Prime is awesome, but I have to say my favorite, Transformers Animated, as far as the shows, because Transformers Animated just had so many nods, so many in jokes. It had a different tone. It had David Kaye. He was very confused because he got cast as Optimus Prime instead of Megatron. And he will probably tell that story at TFCon. He will probably be like, his agent called him and said, "Yeah, they want you to come on to Transformers Animated and be Optimus Prime." He's like, "You mean Megatron, right?" "No, Optimus Prime." He's like, "What? I don't understand." No.
I need to watch that again because I never could get into it because the animation style turned me off.
I understand, but if you can get past that, the fact that they have like
fantastic.
And with the, super powered humans, or, the evil Green Arrow dude, the something Archer, basically, I thought it was a really well done. I have the Age of the Primes Alpha Trion, by the way, James. I have not taken it out of the box. I'm debating whether to do a separate review or to wait until I haven't done an evolution video in a while, and I have a couple planned, and then I'm going to be doing the evolution of Alpha Trion.
That is a good figure. I just reviewed him the other day. He's much better than I thought he was going to be. So I was impressed.
Yeah, the story for Animated was really good. I mean, the first half season of I would say had a lot of like one-off stories, but it slowly built up, and the Decepticons were really, really, really a threat.
I do remember
Autobots.
The ending of season 1 when Megatron got his body back, because still being a Megatron fan, I was like, well, you're taking Megatron and he's just a head in the lab. But I do remember that was a hell of an episode. When Megatron first came out, he kicked the shit out of Starscream, and I think it was Ratchet had whatever they were using at the time. Was it the Cyber Key? whatever their miracle thing was.
Yeah, well, they had the Allspark, and Sorry had a key that was like
Well, I remember
cyber key.
Ratchet, Blitzwing was chasing Ratchet, caught up to him, and Ratchet had the key. He's like, "You're not getting this key from me." And Blitzwing like froze his hand and broke it off to get the key. And I'm like, okay, but still, I don't know if the show came on when I was working. I just never caught it. I just never made the effort to go back and watch it. So I may do that just to catch up a little bit, especially if I'm going to meet David Kay next month.
Please, Dr. Sundak, don't tell the Autobots about me. I don't want them to see me in this state as just a head. Voyager Alpha Trion. Oh, I hope you have consent from Alpha Trion that you're playing with him.
I don't know how I'm going to take that, but I may use that in a future video.
I'm playing with my Alpha Trion while I'm watching.
But his ship mode really impressed me. I thought of it as maybe a pre-sweep because that's what he looks like.
Yeah, but then he was the dual helicopter. When he got his Earth body back.
That's what I wish they'd revisit. You know, Legacy and Age of the Primes is bringing back all these other multiverses of figures. I would love a modern take on that dual copter Megatron. And talking about Beast Wars, I still this day love watching Beast Wars. But the one thing I could never get past, even back when I watched it back in the day, was how no character casts a shadow. It was the early days of CG.
Exactly. Very early days.
Hey, we're all gonna die. We don't have shadows. What? No shadow? No, you have two shadows.
Another good one. Man, I love that figure. The fact that they gave us a Venom that wasn't a repaint of something else was amazing. I just hate that they call him Venom or Venom.
Venom, yeah.
I'm like, why didn't they call him Decepticon Venom or Insecticon Venom? So.
Yeah. I mean, they don't want to get in trouble with Marvel because of Venom. But, yeah.
There's no one like G1.
There's others besides you. I think you meant to put a question mark next to that, Prime Collector. Yes, believe it or not, there are other series, other comic books, other universes that we can explore. These strange new Transformers worlds. I will stop doing my Shatner now.
I don't do many voices. I didn't in my video. I think I said in the intro, I said Venom, but I will not call him Venom. And I just went the rest of my video calling him Venom because that's who he is. Damn it.
Yes. Yeah, I will call him Venom. And I think every other Transformers collector who has any recollection of the original will call him as such. But some of the new people will be like, Venom? By Venom. Easy there, Jim.
The Ark was did they have a toy of that?
Oh, spoiler.
We
just spoiled it for Patriot Prime. Yes, the Ark itself, which was their spacecraft, was transformed into Omega Supreme. And that is a toy I would love to see.
So it didn't exist?
What's that?
There wasn't a toy of that?
No, there was no toy of the Ark. Because I would have hopefully made it big, but I don't think that they were willing to do that. The biggest ones were like the leader class Bulkhead and the leader class Optimus Prime.
I remember there was an Ultra Magnus too. He's pretty big.
Yes, I think he would be considered Voyager, or maybe he was the leader class, and then it was the bigger class was. But yes, I actually in my latest repaints video, I did the Roadbuster Ultra Magnus, which they were just going to call Roadbuster. And showed the original Ultra Magnus from animated, so he was good size. But yeah, that would be a great toy. I don't even think it necessarily needs to be a Titan, but it should definitely be really big. And Quentin Rom is totally correct that Transformers Prime. I rewatched it not that long ago, and
Great series finale with that one.
Yep. Though when they came out with that, the Pirate Thunderclaw, or what? Who's the one? He actually didn't. They call him Transformers Prime. They made a toy, but they didn't actually make. He wasn't in the show. He was basically a Star Raider.
Thundertron.
Thundertron, yes. Thundertron. I was like, was he in the show? Before I had done the rewatch, and I'm like, I don't really remember him. And it's a shame that he wasn't. He could have been a great character. Will Blokees make Tripticon?
Well, they might, since they made Metroplex, but they'll probably be small.
Yeah, he will probably be the size of Metroplex, who I still have hanging around here from last night.
I was about to ask if you had. I saw you looking. I was like, hey, he's still got him handy.
Oh yeah, I have stuff that I've already reviewed that's still hanging around, like the Wild Thing or Wild King Optimus Prime.
I don't know if I'm going to pick up Ultra Magnus. I am not the biggest Ultra Magnus fan, and I don't know, but I agree with you. We need some Decepticons. I just got Missing Link Sunstreaker Thursday, so I'll get his review up. I like to review Missing Link figures right out of the box because where I grew up with those toys, I like showing you guys my reaction messing with the figures with actual joints and stuff.
Yeah. I did pre-order the Missing Link Ultra Magnus, but and the thing is, since we go to places like TFCon, could always, if you don't like the figure after you review it, you could always, I don't know, unload it. I don't know.
Box program.
Yeah.
I've got that 4-pack coming. I can't wait to get that. I'm ready to get Horrible. And, of course, Nemesis Prime.
Which one? The
4-pack target.
Oh, yeah.
Bumble Jumper, Horrible, Ultra Magnus, Optimus Prime, and then Nemesis Prime.
Yeah, I have that on pre-order as well. I forget what I have on pre-order, and sometimes I get a notification. This is from, I forgot I ordered that. And then I have to be like, I see something, and I'm like, did I pre-order that? And then I'm scrambling through all my pre-order sites trying to find where I pre-ordered it.
How many questions you always get on your YouTube video? Where did you find that? I was like, well, those pre-order links I put up? I order from them too.
Yep. I'll get a lot of questions like, where do I can't find it. Where do I find? Well, I put in the description a link to that particular toy, so you don't have to, like the Wild King Optimus. I was looking for that, and I actually ordered it from Japan.
Man, I screwed up. I put out the links for all the Studio Series Soundwave. Forgot to order one for myself. So hopefully it'll pop back up or become more readily available later on. But I'm like, how many more Soundwaves do I need? I mean, I finally got the Siege for when they finally, what was the last one we got was Legacy, where we got Buzzsaw. So now I finally have everybody. So.
Yeah, I was trying to and one of the things I'm rearranging, I put in a case of all the Dramatic Capture series. And I'm like, which of these sound waves is from the Nemesis bridge set? Because the differences are very subtle between. There are differences.
All of mine. I can't remember what's what after I toy hacks it.
Yeah. So I'm like, I think this is the one, and I put it in there. And hopefully, I'm waiting for that Dramatic Capture with Reflector. And
I'm really happy how he turned out, Quentin. Very happy. And we'll do Hook maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I've got so many figures to review right now.
Yeah, you and me both. I have a stack awaiting me. Some are third party, some are official. And my problem is, unlike some people who only have one channel, I have two. So I am trying to balance my my editing between and shooting between the two channels. And yeah. And yep. Yeah, just this is my first weekend off in like 3 or 4 weekends that I didn't have to go to a con. So
I've got, I think, October 13th I'm looking forward to. I got a 3-day weekend. I like having a government job. I get those government days.
I get some, I'm not sure. I would have to check because we get some federal holidays off. I work for a law firm. So a lot of times when the courts are closed, so are we. I am very happy that you are happy with the KOs from Tommy Park. They're great guys. Though they've made some mistakes. They went and sent me one of the guys in their shipping department went to send me a one batch of toys, and he forgot to put my address. He put Kyle Williamson, and then like the city, state, and zip. It's like, I'm not that famous. They don't know where to find me. And then on another one, they sent, and he, instead of putting my street address, he put my phone number. So it's like once in a while, the shipping snafus kind of stink. So, but hopefully I should be getting some more stuff. But again, I have lots of stuff to review. But yeah, I have next weekend I will be in Los Angeles.
Whoa!
For LA Comic-Con. So if anyone's going to that, look for me. I'll probably be near the main stage on Saturday and Sunday recording panels. Weekend after that, I'll be in White Plains, New York for the New York Blood and Ink Horror Convention.
Oh, I want to go to a horror convention. If I wasn't doing Transformers, I'd be doing horror. I love horror.
Well, maybe one day you'll go mad like me and have 2 channels. And then there's TFCon coming up. And then my last con of the year is in November. And I will be down at Gallatin Comic-Con in Gallatin, Tennessee. So I got to talk like I'm from Tennessee.
That's pretty easy for me being from West Virginia. I can shift into that pretty quick.
And then there's Kentucky. You got to talk like you're from Kentucky sometimes.
We had the state fair here in West Virginia about 3 weeks ago. And Dylan, we're walking around. Of course, he's hearing people talking. And he says, Dad, we're from West Virginia too, right? I'm like, yeah. He says, why don't we talk like that? And I said, well, we're from deep Southwest Virginia, which somehow doesn't get the hick accent that Northwest Virginia has. And of course, everybody, when I first started doing my channel, thought I was from Texas. I tell you what.
People from Texas don't sound like they're from Texas. I don't think that I necessarily have an accent. I grew up in Connecticut. I have kind of like generic broadcaster style English, American English accent. So, and now the news, don't touch that dial, that type of thing. But I can do an accent if you'd like me to.
Oh,
absolutely. We can be from jolly old England. And
I did a couple videos where I did a character through the whole video. I did Hillbilly Prime once, and then when I reviewed Outback, I think it was Titan's Return Line, I did Australian, the whole thing. And and after I was done, I was still talking like that for like the next couple of hours. My wife was like, would you please shut up? Stop talking like you're supposed to.
Yeah, I've had things where I would watch an episode of Doctor Who and then I'd be talking in an English accent for a while and people would get annoyed at me. Crikey. Or if I'd watch the IT Crowd. They got Roy from Ireland.
What? A guy named Jason that was born on Friday the 13th likes horror? Yep.
No way. You were born on Friday the 13th, huh?
I was. And my name's Jason.
Yeah, I would say, yeah, I'm just not going anywhere near a lake with you, especially not a campground near a lake. Yeah.
Yeah, summer's coming to an end, unfortunately. No more horny teenagers to slice up.
Yeah, well, no, they get horny in the winter. It's just, if you have to layer, it's harder to chase after them, even though all you do is walk, 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 walk.
All right, well, this stream's going way off the rails, and it's now 10 o'clock. I think we ought to call it a night. Captain Kyle, thanks so much for joining me for part 2 of our half Blokees, half rambling live stream. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both nights. I have Captain Kyle's YouTube channel in the link or the description of this video. Make sure, check him out. Toy Spotlight does all kinds of great videos and very entertaining with the way he approaches everything. And you'll see his cat's butt so many times in so many videos.
There's actually a shirt you can get that says I watched Toy Spotlight for the cat. Not the cat butt. I do have a slightly more ladylike cat named Sky. When she shows up, she generally does not show her butt as often as Honor. Honor is just like, she wants to get in my lap, and I don't give her enough room. So she'll put her front paws between the table onto my lap, but then she's like, can't maneuver in. So that's why she shows her ass so much. But yeah, thanks, James, for already being subbed to me. Tell other people to sub. That would be fine. That would be wonderful. Huh?
I said, help a brother out. Yeah, I got 2 subs from your stream last night. So thank you. Thank you very much.
Hey, I'm glad to spread the wealth. There's plenty of room in the Transformers community. And what I have found with Transformers YouTubers is, in general, nobody's a dick. Huh?
Nothing.
What? No, you need to repeat that.
I like there. No, like you, I've been really impressed. I mean, here we are rambling again. I have met so many cool people doing this YouTube thing. And, feeling that there's so many other people just like me, and most of the other Transformer YouTubers are really cool. Every now and then, I've run into 1 or 2 that think they're just way above what they think they are. In their mind, they're something else. But I don't even speak to them. I carry on. Have a great day.
Yeah, negative people, you don't really need to have that kind of influence in your life,
But I tell you what, if you run into me at TFCon, what you see right here on YouTube is exactly how I am in real life. I'm not a character. This is me. So
I'm pretty much the same, just less makeup, and less cats, because they don't let me bring the cats around. I hope to see a lot of people there. And if you come to RetroCon next year, and BotCon's another one. I don't know where it's going to be next year yet. I don't think they know where it's going to be next year. They were thinking Chicago, but apparently that did not pan out, so they are looking around. But if you go there, I may actually be moderating some of the panels, even though they had a fit, because I made a joke, a semi-snarky joke to Flint Dillon, one of the G1 writers. He said, when we killed off Optimus Prime, they figured no big deal, because it's like you're getting rid of one quarterback, bringing in another one. You still love the team. They didn't realize that people loved Optimus so much. And I said, I can't believe that you used a football reference with a bunch of nerds. So they thought that was
you mean a bunch of nerds got offended that you said nerd?
No. What the management of BotCon, some people, when they're like, you can't talk to a celebrity and make a joke or poke a little fun with them. It's like, are you kidding me? That's all I do.
Well, we do live in the age now where you can't make a joke. So,
well, there are certain jokes that you can make, and there are still some prima donnas out there. I've had some celebrities who were offended by what was meant as a joke, And
That guy goes back to a YouTuber, my very first convention. TFCon. Yeah, TFCon, my first TFCon. Ran into a YouTuber I have watched forever. Walked up, tried to talk to him. He just blew me off, just didn't want to have anything to do. And I was like, you know what? I don't need to watch you anymore either. So, and I haven't.
I don't know. I don't understand people like that, because without you guys,
We wouldn't
it
be
would, yeah, well, we would be talking to ourselves all the time, which I do that anyway. But
same here.
you
Anytime
know,
we're in the mood for intelligent conversation,
yeah, because I certainly don't get it here.
these stores make sense.
But yeah, yeah, I love this pin too. Thanks, James.
Yeah, believe it or not, he's walking on air.
Yeah,
I'm old, I know.
I got to moderate his panel at RetroCon. He came to RetroCon one year. William Catt, the greatest American hero. But yeah, without you guys, what's the point of us doing YouTube? So he's at White Castle. I kind of story reviews. Are you near me? Bring me some. Yeah, you caught us just about to log off.
Yeah, we're getting ready to cut off. We've been on here for about an hour. We got to save some of our energy for all the other things that we're doing. So, yeah, thank every one of you for showing up, keeping the chat going. We love talking to you, whether it's in the chat or in person at the cons. Come up, say hi. Once again, big shout out to my friend and guest, Captain Kyle from Toy Spotlite. This is Patriot Prime Reviews signing out. Hooah!